Welcome to Emaire.
Please, come in.
Hello again. How are you enjoying your visit? Be well.
Isn't it a glorious day, as if Helios himself warms us with a smile? To what do I owe this courtesy? I only have a few moments to spare. The god storm awaits my return, and it doesn't like to wait. Why, the god storm is the greatest event that our fragile world has ever witnessed. It was a battle, a conflict between Fae. They call it the Withering War. That's why I relocated to Emaire to complete my book, the definitive work on the subject. The village is nice enough, quiet, although the new arrivals give me no peace. Sadly, I lack the last few resources needed to tell the full story. The works of the famous scribes Ewald, Dalston, Callas, and Wildfrode. Gone. I was so close. It is not in the Fae's nature to fight. The summer and winter courts have existed in harmony since the beginning of time. Leave it to us mortals to ruin a good thing. 500 years ago, the Summer King Issa and the Winter Lord On broke from that pattern and fought a battle here on this very plain. The land carries the scars. It is a good place to find the peace I need to complete my work, although the refugees have certainly slowed progress. I am not one for the cacophony of any kind. I don't know how the Fae in the cradle of summer can stand having us so near. Our mortal din is far too distracting even for me. I have never laid my gaze upon it. Such a thing would not be proper. I am a dustling, a child of death. The cradle of summer must not be sullied by my taint. I was born in the city of Rathir, an orphan of the Wending. One day, I stumbled upon the Scholia Arcana library, and I found new life in the ancient books. My advice to them would be to gain some perspective. Villages grow and burn. There is only one event that is worth our attention, and that is the God's Storm. Of course, I don't typically prefer the company of others. Take the leader of these refugees, for example, Master Elrod Edmund. Gruff, coarse, not a pleasantry in sight. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Awald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Keep your eyes open. I will never finish. There are so many holes in the story. I will never know what happened unless I retrieve those written accounts. Lost. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Awald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Athene's wisdom be yours.
Keep your eyes on your possessions.
Damn refugees.
You're a welcome sight. A minute more and I'd be joining our friends on the hill here. Thanks for the assistance. I just figured everyone out here in the Forsaken Plain was either a refugee or one of the freemen. Looks like I was wrong. I'm a refugee, like the others in the tents. It's a desperate place. People will do anything to see the next morning. Steal, kill, you name it. You've got to watch your step in the Forsaken Plain, for every cave holds a bandit. Every refugee might be a cheat out to swindle us all. The freemen are especially fierce, for they're fighting not for the take, but for their very survival. Not so different than you or I, they are. I don't mind it as much as most, but I was raised in Detir, so I can handle the heat. Can't stand the bandits, though. It's impossible to get a decent night's sleep. Not all of us are from the village of Kulm. We come from all along the Tuili coast. Farmers and merchants, veterans and scholars. The Tuatha have put our possessions to the flame, but we will never accept defeat. Not so long as leaders like Lord Crass and Elrod Edmund act as our standard bearers. Actually, I'm a bit ashamed to say. I'm searching for a grave, but not just any grave. The last resting place of Azo Raymond, richest of the Tuili merchants. They say he died early in the march west, claimed by the Forsaken Plain. Rumor has it he's buried with the famous rings of Azo. I could live a year on those. I'm glad to hear it. There's plenty of ground to cover between here and Rathir to the north, and another pair of eyes will be a huge advantage. Most of the graves are along the refugee route, usually surrounded by crude markings or gestures left by loved ones. It's a pity they couldn't do more. I heard Azo profited greatly from the war in the east, but that he was forced from his home when the Tuatha plundered Erethel. He moved west with the refugees. But the Forsaken Plain is no place for fat, wealthy merchants. They say he died quickly, with not a soul to mourn him. You're kidding me? And let me guess, the rings weren't there. That's just like Azo. Too smart for his own good. Was there something there that might give us a clue as to his whereabouts? Not that I would know what it is. Ugh. Bye.
May I help you? It took much gold to secure a permanent residence here, and for reassurances that there would be few questions. Where did you hear that name? The man you speak of is dead, and all of his wealth has died with him. told you, I don't know the man. Enough. You're persistent. I understand. What do you want? I want no part of that old life. Not the gold, not the reputation, not the worry. I made that false grave because I was tired of people hounding me for salvation. Wish to know where my money is? I'll tell you. It's gone. All gone. All I have left are my family rings. I just want to be left alone. To start over. Can't you appreciate that? Please, show me some mercy. So it's blackmail then? My new life is worth more than any jewelry. You should learn that now, lest they try to put a knife in your back. Goodbye. Oh.
Hello.
Good day, traveller.
Hello. I'm just about ready to give up. Tell me, have you heard any news of Britt Hagney or his final resting place? Great Mithoru! You're even more dazzling than I dared hope. You could have kept them, but you didn't. You are a friend of the Forsaken Plain refugees, and to me. Please, it is paltry, but accept this as thanks. May the Authority watch over you all of your days.
I knew someone would come. They all said we were as good as dead, but I held out hope. I don't know why. Never had any reason to hope before. So what's your story? Grave robber, treasure hunter, or like us, a refugee in search of shelter? We weren't looting, believe me. We'd have no place to put it. In fact, we've already stored most of our valuables in Bitter Cove to lighten our load. All we were hoping for was some shelter from the elements, for a moment's shade. But this tomb is protected by something devilish, and it wants us out. How noble of you. If this were any other situation, I would question your generosity. But seeing as we're out of food, I'll accept it wholeheartedly. The lever to deactivate the blades is located in the room at the top of the stairs, past the rune trap that summons the Fair Quarter. If you can get us out of this, you'll be someone special indeed. I don't know much about Oriator, but what they taught in the village schoolhouse, before it was burned down. He was a war hero. Gallifore Fields, I'd gather. She's from the camp on the hill leading into Emaire. She's a liar and a thief. Twice I've caught her sneaking into our tents to steal food. Worse than a boggart. Omer Vogard was Kulm's primary hunter, but it wasn't long after the Tuatha attacked that his hands gave out. Now he can't even hold a bow without shaking. I took over his job, and his heart. I tend to stalk my prey as opposed to shoot it. Something about looking it in the eye before it dies. There's respect in that. He is my beloved. Yes, there is a difference in our ages. But I believe that Omer's experiences have given him a lust for life. One to rival a man with half his years. The name fits. We didn't have an easy life when we farmed the fields below Kulm. But it was nothing like this. If the bandits don't get you, the starvation will. We probably could have sought refuge in Rathir, but there is no way that Dokkalfar would have allowed us to stay. But if we don't belong there, where do we belong? Past the rune on the floor and up the steps in the memorial hall. Try not to let the statues scare you. I can tell you have a delicate constitution. See you.
I knew we shouldn't have come here. Our fortunes were bad, but at least we slept beneath the stars and the fresh air.
General Oriator would be ashamed to know that people he died to protect are trapped down here in his memorial.
Here to save us?
Forsaken Plain has its name for a reason. We have marched all the way from the coast, and many never made it this far. I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you have brought me back from the dead. I thought Lyra was gone, just like everyone else I ever loved. There is no thanks worthy of this deed, but you are entitled to something. I was a hunter once. Those days are finished. Yours, it seems, are just beginning. A fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete destruction. If I had the strength, I would climb that hill and pay my respects. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for excess, but for necessity. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling I am no one. Everything that defined me, my livelihood, my family, my home, all of them were left ash by the Tuatha. Lyra is my life now. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman who passes us by. It's not what any of us planned. It was fate. See you.
Hi.
Not many people would aid a bunch of refugees with no standing and nothing to offer. You're different, and that's good.
You look familiar.
The deep slumber predicted your coming, as it did many things about you. You were meant to find the stars, to reforge them, and ultimately to keep them. Those of my kind do not flinch from the winter, but the nights grow exceptionally cold and the air holds the stench of decay. Mortals, it seems, will outlast us all. Take the staffs, wield them. They have called you as they once called down the lightning and lit the earth with fire. Do not lose heart on your perilous journey. Farewell.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Need a hand?
Hello again. How are you enjoying your visit? Come again.